I want Erika to outlive everyone. Long live Erika Frantzve. Death is easy, actually. Death is easy. Living a long life when everybody knows who and what you are and what you are a part of and what you did. Long live Erika Frantzve.
Just when we thought things couldn't get any worse with Erika Kirk, Candace Owens just revealed another shocking twist. A strong, undeniable tie has reportedly been established between Erika Kirk and Jeffrey Epstein.
Her operation was in Constanta, the epicenter of Romania's trafficking scandal.
Weird conversations to have with a 15-year-old. I'm gonna touch your
$8.6 million to their own shell company. What is going on?
We have nothing to hide.
My aunt used to tell me never do something that you don't want on the front page of a newspaper.
In a 2-year window between 2015 to 2017, Erika attended business meetings at a modeling agency called Next Model Management in New York City. Now, given her pageant history in snagging the Miss Arizona crown in 2015, it was originally assumed that Erika was working as a model for the agency. However, that wasn't the case. According to Candace Owens, Erika was in charge of modeling apartments for very young models from Eastern Europe. Erika reportedly secured accommodations in various locations across the city for these young models, even though it wasn't until 2018 before she got her real estate license.
Erika was in charge of quote unquote modeling apartments for a bunch of underage Eastern European girls who were being brought to and shuffled through Next Model Management, which was owned and operated by a woman named Faith Cates, right?
Now, here's where it gets very interesting. For those who do not already know, Next Model Management was founded and operated by a woman named Faith Cates, a woman who has now been exposed to have very strong ties with Jeffrey Epstein in a friendship spanning decades. According to reports, Jeffrey Epstein frequented Cates' modeling establishment and often took meetings in private rooms over there. Sure enough, when you browse through the Epstein library, Faith Cates' names come up over 5,000 times. The two frequently exchange emails, with Faith Cates' assistant, Leslie Groff, often standing as the middleman. Leslie updated Faith on Jeffrey Epstein's every schedule, particularly what dates and time he would be available in New York to meet with certain unnamed individuals. Individuals alleged to be young models from Cates' establishment. And in this email from November 2015, the lines between Erika Kirk and Jeffrey Epstein start to blur out. In what appears to be Faith Cates setting up a meeting for Jeffrey Epstein and an alleged model, she writes, okay, we found a date. She is leaving the 5th open for him. Let's set up the apartment so we can make it happen. According to the date, this reportedly falls right within the time when Erika was securing apartments for Next Models and taking private meetings at the agency. In another shocking turn of events, before Faith Cates established Next Modeling Agency, she worked as vice president for Wilhelmina Models, which was co-owned by a Rothschild. This is reportedly the same Rothschild who helped Cates establish Next Model.
Now, another interesting fact is that Faith Cates, she actually knew Epstein since before she co-founded Next, because she was actually the vice president of the women's division over at Wilhelmina Models first. Wilhelmina Models was co-founded by Fran Rothschild, okay? Frances Rothschild is her name.
And as if the lines couldn't get any blurrier, in one of Jeffrey Epstein's emails to tech founder Peter Thiel, Epstein boasted of his connection to the Rothschilds. He wrote, "As you probably know, I represent the Rothschilds. This is a family name that has now been confirmed that Erika Kirk has close family ties to, in addition to another famous Jewish mob family known as the Rothsteins."
And Nicole Rothstein, as it turns out, is her cousin. How do we know that? Well, she responded to this clip featuring Erika Kirk talking about her Shabbat Shaloming. And she responded by saying, quote, "As her cousin, who is fully Jewish, half of her family is Jewish. While she herself is a Christian, she has celebrated many Jewish holidays with our side of the family and highly respects the Jewish religion." You can see the name and handle, Nicole Rothschild. And the Rothschilds, I'm just gonna add, is a pretty famous crime family in American history.
Besides her work for Next Modeling Agency, Erika was also reportedly working for the Corcoran Group. This is a real estate company which on paper is owned by Pamela Liebman. However, somewhere in the Epstein files, it is written boldly that Lindy Rothschild owns the corporation.
Now, this article that was posted shortly after Charlie Kirk's assassination by USA Today states that Erika Kirk worked as a real estate agent in New York City for the Corcoran Group. So if we're to believe the story that she works as a real estate agent for the Corcoran Group, then her boss would be Pamela Liebman, because Pamela has been the president and CEO of the Corcoran Group since 2000. At least that's what the public has been told. Now, in this Epstein document that's doing an official name search and alias for Lynn Forster, aka Lindy Rothschild, it states that under her work affiliations that she is the Corcoran Group Inc. president. And it even shows her email, which is redacted. Now, this is a bit of a tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, but if Erika was involved in anything sketchy and she needed to receive payment, having her work for the Corcoran Group as a real estate agent would be a very easy way to money.
Erika Kirk reportedly began working for the Corcoran Group in 2018, and it should come as no surprise that Jeffrey Epstein also has ties to this organization. Reports even claim that the Corcoran Group helped secure Epstein's infamous island, Little St. James. According to the timeline, the same year Erika got her real estate license, she stopped securing apartments for models under Next Agency and began working for the Corcoran Group. On Zillow, she is described as multidimensional and a tremendous asset. However, for all her license and commendations, Erika has 0 property sales and 0 listings on the company's website, which begs the question of what exactly the purpose of her real estate license was. The answer that online sleuths and investigators are circling to is that Erika's license was obtained as a cover-up for the modeling apartments she secured during her time at Next Model, not necessarily for future references or opportunities. While this stands as a solid assumption, some corners of the internet believe that there's something more sinister to it. These speculations lead us on a path further into Erika's life, to a time between 2011 to 2015 where Erika ran her charity program, Romanian Angels. On Erika's webpage, she thanks Colonel Otto Buscher for the success of her charity work. However, 5 years down the line in 2020, reports started coming in of CT operations that allegedly ran from the orphanage to Colonel Otto Buscher's base. An article from that time headlines, "A former translator from the American base in Kogolnicianu accused a real brothel operated here, where minors were brought in." So far, Erika has refused to acknowledge the allegations concerning Romanian Angels, nor has she referenced her time at Next Model. This is making the public grow suspicious of her silence, given that she has been more vocal about other trivial matters. However, refuses to address the important issues, particularly this allegation of a then 15-year-old named Jillian Falcon.
On February 13th, 2014, Jillian replied to one of Erika's tweets by saying, "At Erika Frantzve, gorgeous as always." A few hours later, she then tweeted, "Why did at Erika Frantzve just send me this?" Laughing emojis, and there is a photo which says, "This Valentine's Day, I am going to touch your butt." Jillian posted this tweet on March 6, 2014. So Erika says, "Let me call you, hold on sweetheart, give me a sec. Wow." And then Jillian says, "Okay," and puts laughing emojis. Erika then says, "Too, but not from you, LOL. Holy laughing emoji. You always make me laugh. I don't bat for the other team just yet." On March 13th, 2014, Jillian shared another screenshot of her text messages with Erika. Erika says, "I forgot to tell you, hydrate tonight. No alcohol, and don't eat a lot of salty foods. You don't want to look bloated." Jillian then responds, "Thank you." Erika says, "No alcohol. Really, Erika? Age recognition, you twat waffle. Apparently, I haven't had my coffee yet." On June 7th, 2014, Jillian shared this tweet. "This has to be the most heartfelt compliment I've ever gotten." And she attached a screenshot of her conversation with Erika. So Jillian says, "Thank you. Erika says, "You have the most stunning features." Jillian says, "Best compliment ever." Erika says, "Your eyes, your lips, your skin, you're absolutely beautiful." Jillian responds with the crying emoji, "You're making me cry."
According to Candace, Jillian is now 27 years old and in hindsight finds the conversations she used to have with Erika awkward.
But hindsight is 20/20, as we always say, and Jillian today is now 27 years old, and she fully appreciates how absolutely weird this was and how absolutely weird it is. And she's going back and she is wondering, what exactly was this all about? What exactly was Erika harnessing her teenage emotion for? Why is she continually telling her that she's beautiful, that she has perfect lips?
On the timeline, Erika was doing charity work in Romania from 2011 to 2015. 5 years later, the organization allegedly gets accused of running CT operations. Mind you, in the same window, Erika's mother, Lori Frantzve, was alleged to have defense contracts with a military base right there in Romania. From 2015 to 2017, Erika began taking meetings at Next Model, where she was reportedly in charge of securing modeling apartments for quote-unquote young models. The shocking twist is that most of these models were alleged to be orphans or victims of war crimes from Eastern European countries, to which Romania falls perfectly into. Within the same window was when Erika shared those awkward conversations with Jillian Falcon, who allegedly now believes that she might have been groomed by Erika, who was sort of a celebrity at the time because she just snagged the Miss Arizona crown and was a runner-up for Miss Universe. Right now, it would seem that the walls are closing in on Erika as her past continues to be unraveled in the face of the public. The grieving widow narrative has failed. Instead, more and more people continue to question Erika's capacity as CEO and, even more importantly, her innocence. So far, here are some mind-boggling comments about the situation. This whole situation tells you how high-level Charlie really was. They had to control him with a honeypot for years. They focused on him very early. He was an absolute beast of a talent and a genius. Can't imagine Charlie having no idea who he was married to. It's heartbreaking. He really had a good heart, was genuine, and really did love God and his wife. Crazy to think he was played like that. All roads lead to Epstein. I am convinced there is not one piece of society the Epstein class has not infiltrated, manipulated, and corrupted. Right now, it would seem that TPUSA is next in line to be corrupted. Reports are allegedly already coming in of chapter members being recruited. While none of this has officially been confirmed just yet, word is already out on the streets, and we want to know your thoughts about it. Did Charlie Kirk really have no idea who he was married to, or was he in on it from the start? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.